Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this Royal Rumble predictions video. We are going to predict all 30 men that are going to appear in the men's Royal Rumble for 2019. This video is close to impossible because the rosters are stacked, and not only that, the wrestling world is in absolute turmoil at the moment. Dave Meltzer just a couple of hours ago tweeted this. Look at this, things are changing by the minute. Now what he's referring to is the whole New Japan Pro Wrestling, AEW, Kenny Omega situation that just keeps rumbling on. Pardon the pun. So New Japan Pro Wrestling are arguably the second biggest promotion in the world, in the wrestling world. But there is a new promotion on the scene that has got a lot of financial backing. It's already got great talent, and that is called AEW, All Elite Wrestling. This company has been formed by Cody and the Young Bucks, and they are going to be big players this year. But New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW apparently had a meeting. I don't know if this was today or yesterday, and the rumours are they are not working together. That is massive news. New Japan Pro Wrestling don't want anything to do with AEW. That is going to put a real spanner in the works, because that means no New Japan talent are going to be on AEW. And it also means that if you sign for AEW, you're pretty much out on your own. Like, I'm sure they will get some agreements with other wrestling promotions, but this is big news. New Japan Pro Wrestling clearly are against the whole AEW thing. They don't want to support it. They don't want to help highlight it. And that could be massive news for Kenny Omega, and we will come to that in a bit. So this video is going to focus on the Royal Rumble. And as I said, it is tricky. You've got Raw, SmackDown, NXT, NXT UK, 205 Live, returning legends. So it's been a nightmare. But this is as close as I think it's going to be. And I will tell you the reasons why all of these people have been selected. So let's start, shall we? Number one. Let's start with Elias. I could see Elias start in the Rumble, him sitting in the ring with his guitar. Makes perfect sense. He could do a little song. You know, people could be happy to see him, because at number two, Lars Sullivan. I could see Lars Sullivan destroying Elias. Might even eliminate him quite quickly. Lars Sullivan is getting called up from NXT with quite a lot of fanfare. He's big, he's imposing, he is going to be the monster of this Rumble. He could even be the person that lasts the longest. So in order for him to do that, he's going to have to come in quite early. Number three, I've gone with Finn Balor. Now, Finn Balor won't win the Rumble, but I do think he's going to last quite a while. So in order to do that, he's going to have to come in quite early. I think it's going to be very interesting to see him tangle with Lars Sullivan. It'd be great as well if he came in as Demon King. Like, what could the Demon King achieve in the Royal Rumble? So yeah, that would be something quite interesting. Then I think we might need a little bit of fodder. We're going to need people that Lars can eliminate. So you might see the likes of Lio Rush, for example. You might see the likes of Apollo Crews. Both of them feature on a regular basis on Raw, so I would expect them to be in this match. Then I think you might see the likes of Dolph Ziggler, who's very directionless at the moment, Baron Corbin, who's also very directionless. Again, these might be fed to Lars Sullivan. I could see Dolph and Baron having a bit of a feud, though. Neither have got much going on, and both, I think, are going to end up in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So it wouldn't surprise me if they, like, eliminated each other. Then I think we might get a return. We might see the likes of Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn. I don't think we will see both. I don't know if there's room for both. It might be that they work together, but I think it's more likely we see Kevin Owens. One of these might return earlier on Raw. One of them might be saved for the Royal Rumble. So I'll say that Sami comes back on Raw, and Kevin Owens is saved for the Royal Rumble. Next up, I've got EC3. We know EC3 is getting called up, so no surprise for him to be in the Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre is one of the favourites to win the Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre could come in and eliminate Lars Sullivan. Might be a bit early for Lars to get eliminated, but I do feel like Drew is going to come in and make a statement. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Another prime example to be the Iron Man of this match. Next up, I think we're going to just get some familiar names. We know that Big E has been confirmed for this. I can't imagine The Miz not being involved. So I think The Miz will be involved. I think Andrade Cien Almas will be involved as well. And then also I think we're going to see the likes of Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston we know is in the Rumble. He'll probably come in around this point. And then he always does something special to avoid an elimination. So I think we'll see that around here as well. Next out, I think we get Bobby Lashley, who has been confirmed already for the Rumble. Maybe he comes in and helps save Lio Rush if Lio Rush is still in there somehow. But next, I think we get a surprise, a real surprise, Batista. I've gone with the animal Batista. I think Batista was meant to face Triple H at WrestleMania. I think those plans are off the table now because of the injury that Triple H got. So I think Batista is going to have to face someone else instead. Maybe that person is Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley was meant to, you know, kick on to Universal Championship matches and things like that. I'm not sure if he's going to go on to do that still. But I could see him having a match against Batista. I think they're both big guys. I think it would be a very interesting match. And I think the seeds for that could be planted here. Then more familiar faces. I think we're going to see the likes of Jeff Hardy coming out at this point. Dean Ambrose, who has been confirmed for the Rumble. Mustafa Ali, who is getting a big push at the moment, so I don't see why he wouldn't be involved. I would love to see at this point as well someone like Pete Dunne. I really do feel like someone from NXT UK should be highlighted. That's a brand that can then be spoken about and get a little bit of promotion. They might use someone like Dave Mastiff, who would be amazing in the Rumble. But I think they'll go with Pete Dunne. You know, people know Pete Dunne. People love Pete Dunne. It's an opportunity to showcase him on the main roster for a little bit. Or just, you know, in this match. I'm not saying he's going to get called up. But I would love to see Pete Dunne in the Rumble. Then I think we get the likes of Samoa Joe, Randy Orton, John Cena, maybe then a returning Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt has been seen on house shows. Apparently he's ready to come back. They might use him on Raw or SmackDown before then. But I don't think we get The Undertaker. Could you imagine the lights going out, people freaking out thinking it is the dead man? But it's Bray Wyatt instead. I think they will do that. I think they will tease that. Vince likes to tease those kind of things. Then I think we get Seth Rollins, who is my pick to win the Rumble. He might eliminate the likes of Dean Ambrose. I think he'll get a few eliminations. He might even eliminate like Drew McIntyre, Lars Sullivan. Again, if Lars Sullivan is still around. And then also, I think we see Adam Cole. Now, I was really torn here between like Johnny Gargano, Ricochet. But I think they go with Adam Cole. And I think they go with Adam Cole for a reason. AJ Styles. Now, I was torn between AJ or Nakamura. Either of them. It's 50-50. Styles will be in a match earlier on this show. But I'm putting him in the Rumble for a very good reason. After Styles, I think we could see the likes of Xavier Woods, who would be the final member of the New Day. And that, if my maths are correct, should bring us to number 29, and number 29 is going to shock you. I think we see RTruth. RTruth is known for getting confused, so I could imagine him coming out at 29 rather than 30. That's then going to leave that 30 position with people speculating and guessing, and it's going to build the tension. Who is number 30? I reckon Kenny Omega. I've gone with it. Now, I know there are a lot of hurdles that need to be jumped over, but I don't think he's going to AEW. I think it's too risky. And what with their relationship with New Japan breaking down, I just think he's going to want to see a TV deal. He's going to want to see what talent is signed. He's going to want to know a little bit more before he gambles his career. Apparently there is good money on the table. He could go to WWE for a few years and then go to AEW. Like, he doesn't need to go to AEW now. I think he goes to WWE. I think he takes the money. I think WWE will probably pay New Japan, because another stumbling block is the fact his contract isn't up until the end of January. But New Japan do not want Kenny Omega to go to AEW. I think that's the bigger story here. So New Japan, I think, will accept a bit of money, a bit of payment for WWE to buy Kenny out of those last few remaining days. So I think WWE could do that. I think New Japan would accept that, and I think Kenny Omega goes into the Royal Rumble. Don't know how long he sticks around for, and I don't expect him to win. I think AJ Styles eliminates Kenny Omega. I also think there could be a really smart face-to-face between Adam Cole and Kenny Omega, which is why I think Adam Cole could be in the Rumble. Obviously, they were very close. They were in the Elite together. So I think that could be a cool moment. Xavier Woods being around at this time as well because of the whole up, up, down, down thing. You know, they're very good friends as well. I mean, you could have John Cena around at this point. There's so many stories that you could tell with Kenny Omega coming in this late. I just think it sets it up. I mean, the stare downs would be epic. But I think AJ eliminates Kenny. And then, honestly, Seth wins the Rumble. And I feel like that could set up Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. That's a big rumour, because Shawn actually trained Daniel Bryan. So that would be amazing. And then AJ Styles versus Kenny Omega. How about that? Could you imagine if they are turning AJ heel, getting him ready for Kenny Omega's arrival? Guys, those are my predictions. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully see you again next time. Bye for now.